Bungie, the makers of Halo and Destiny, released their new. It's not coming out. It's the trailer just dropped. They had a bunch of gameplay footage over the weekend. All the Destiny streamers, a lot of non-Destiny streamers, a bunch of streamers were showing it, and there were some drops or something on Twitch. And they were unveiling their new extraction shooter. Now, to me, I think they're about 6 years too late. It looked something like a wannabe Apex Legends Tarkov smash up with Destiny gunplay. Now, I have thousands of hours in Destiny 2, probably thousands of hours in Destiny 1. It was one of my all-time favorite games. I thoroughly loved the Destiny franchise. I don't play anymore because I had to put it down. I don't game as much as I used to, probably because of my son, which I'm totally fine with. But looking at this game, well, first and foremost, I'm not a fan of extraction shooters in general. I don't like battle royale games. I wouldn't mind it if it was more like Division 1 or I guess Division 2, but in Division 1 there was a place called the Dark Zone, which was an extraction shooter, but you get to choose to go into that area to try to get good gear or get into the PvP world extraction shooter shootouts. It was fun. It was awesome because you get to choose when you want to go in there, but also there's this whole world PvE style that you can go out and explore and raids and missions and stuff. And I love that kind of game where you could take your character. That's why I like Destiny, because you can go into the Crucible, which is their PvP mode, or go into raids, go into dungeons, do other things with your squad. Now, Marathon is going to be a pure extraction shooter. And right off the bat, that made me go, I'm not interested, because that's just not my type of gameplay. But the game, I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look good, though. You know, there's aspects of it that I think are pretty. But as I said, I think they're just a little too late to the scene. Escape from Tarkov already gathered a lot of people that like extraction shooters. Apex wasn't an extraction shooter, right? It was a battle royale. I mean, PUBG, Warzone. There's all these games that are on the top, like the kings of their class. So when you think extraction shooter, you think Escape from Tarkov. At least I do, right? And that's, I don't know, a pretty prominent, probably the king of the extraction shooters, certainly nowadays. So I don't know how much competition Escape from Tarkov has, or if the people that love extraction shooters that play Tarkov are going to actually leave to play this game. Anyway, I have the trailer here. Let's check it out. You know, I just want to show something real quick. Like, some of the characters, like, that look cool. Like, this guy, it kind of looks like a Titan from Destiny, but like Roblox version. I don't know. All right, I gotta say, the gunplay. These guys made they made Halo and they made Destiny. The gunplay is going to be amazing. There's no denying that. Their gunplay is, the guns feel great in Destiny. They really do have a good feel in as far as shooting goes.
Things. But the dream is not over. My dream. Yours. Now. done.
Okay, you know what this makes me feel, reminds me of? Remember, I can't even think of the game. Everyone was playing it for a hot second, and no one plays it anymore. It was the Rivals, no, the Finals. What was the name of that? That it was a game. No, not Fortnite. Splitgate was good. Finals. Yeah, it is Finals. The Finals. Everyone was playing it for a second. No one plays it anymore. I don't see anyone streaming it anymore. You still play the Finals? I mean, is it as populated? I feel like people moved on from it. It had its moment where everyone was playing it for a little bit, and now I don't see anyone playing it, you know? And I peruse who's playing what. I follow a good spectrum of gamers that play first-person shooters, play RPGs, ARPGs, all sorts of stuff. And I feel like this is going to do something like that. People are going to play it. They're going to enjoy it for a little bit and then move on, right? 16,000 players right now. That's decent, right? It's not popping, but that's decent. Wouldn't you say? I mean, I feel like 16,000, it's pretty solid, but not like, it's not like going crazy. At least none of the people that I follow play the Finals anymore. Everyone's playing Marvel Rivals right now, right? It's the game that Overwatch, people wanted Overwatch 2 to be. But again, this is a different style of gameplay, right? That's quick. It's also free. This game is not going to be free. I think they said it's going to be $40. So it's not gonna be full price, but you know it's gonna have microtransactions, just like Destiny 2 does with its silver in the Eververse store. You know, Bungie knows what it's doing. Rivals is at 241,000 over the last 24 hours. Yeah, Rivals is popping. What is even the Finals? Right, it's like a arena shooter over, like, I don't know, you have to like get the money. And I mean, it did look like fun because of the destruction environments and stuff. Like, that's cool. Like, it looked like it had its niche, and they did a good job as far as creating that game. It looked like a fun game. I never tried it because I don't know. I don't know. I think Bungie really messed up with Marathon because they had a chance to take Marathon, which has two games. They're from the early 90s. This is like when Doom was coming out. Like, it looked like a Doom game from the 90s. Like, Marathon is an OG game. It's 30 years old. They should have, as I said, made it like The Division, where there's a storyline, there's a PvE side of the game where you can go with two of your homies, and the end game is an extraction shooter. Right? Not like the Dark Zone where you could choose to go, but the end game of Marathon being the extraction shooter, where, all right, now that you've reached the end of this game, you're all set up. You have all of your abilities of, you know, what you've played each of the characters, kind of like a GTA 5, where you play the three different characters as you're playing through the story mode. And, you know, you kind of do each of their storylines. And then Marathon, showing you like each of the different characters because there's different. It's like a hero shooter, right? What they should have done is had you play each of them through their storylines to get to the end and have that be the PvE side of it. And then at the end, boom, there is the end game of the extraction shooter. And I think that they messed up when they didn't do that. Do I want a Destiny 3? I don't know if they want to do a Destiny 3. It feels like they want to milk Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 longer, which is crazy. I booted up Division 2 actually last week just to like see how it felt because they have a new DLC that's going to be in Brooklyn and I kind of want to play it because I lived in Brooklyn and I love the Division 1 because I was living in New York when it hit and it freaking was awesome. I loved Division 1. Thoroughly loved that game. Pretty sure that's what got me off of Destiny 1. I don't remember actually. But it may have been. There were 3 marathon games. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Marathon 2, and then Marathon Infinity. All right. Thank you, Deadman. I didn't know about Infinity. Azracross says it's not going to happen. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think that Bungie wants to do that. See, what I want as far as a new division, a new Destiny game, I want them to go as at a prequel before Destiny 1 at the golden age when the solar system of Sol was at its peak, when they had, when the Traveler first came, when there were rogue guardians. Well, they weren't guardians at the time because when the Traveler first came, it just sent out a bunch of the ghosts and they just picked people, and then some of them were just bad. Like they were like, oh, I have all these powers now. All right, well, I'm gonna control the world. So like the Earth was actually like a war zone. Like I want that. That's the Destiny that I want. I don't want it to be Destiny 3. I want it to be Destiny the Golden Age. Like that would hit. That's amazing. And then they can have it be like an open world MMO style where you actually go and fight other guardians in other tribes, and like there's an incredible game there, but I don't think that they're capitalizing on it. That would be fire. I know. That's what I want as far as what Bungie should do with the Destiny universe. Stop moving forward. You had the whole big bad guy that we ended in not Lightfall. I don't remember what maybe it was. No, it wasn't Lightfall. It was something else. Destiny the prequel. Yeah, I think that's what they want. The Traveler, or not the Traveler, whatever. The Witness. We killed the Witness, and it's like, all right. I think Destiny 2 ended. They need to let it simmer out. The final shape. Thank you, Metastep. And I think that raid was awesome. I haven't played the new dungeon because I haven't had Destiny on my computer in months, so. But I think Marathon. I don't know. It just feels like they split the Destiny 2 team and had half of them work on Marathon instead of going, we're going to devote our team to this new game. And I feel like if they had done that, Marathon would have been a banger. But as it stands, it's I don't know. And then they came out with this. Bungie explains why Marathon is excluding one toxic social feature. Yeah. Proximity chat. They don't want proximity chat because they want to create a safe space. Oh my God. A safe space in a game where the whole point is to kill everyone else. What is proximity chat? It's when you're if you say anything, if you're nearby that player, you'll hear them. But this is so much bigger than proximity chat. It shows that the developers have this kind of mentality. Like, I don't have proximity chat on anyway. Or at least you're never going to hear my words when I speak, because I'm in Discord with my squad. So we're talking. Doesn't matter what game we're playing, we're communicating. It's not about the proximity chat. I mean, that is annoying, but if you're using proximity chat, you're a noob anyway, and you kind of are asking for it. But it's bigger than that. It's because the developers have this attitude. Feelers. That's a good way of putting it, King. Yeah. Bungie, I don't know how many people here play Destiny, but Destiny has gotten awfully colorful as of late, non-binary as of late, TQIA plus as of late. Yeah. It's been taken over. It sucks because a lot of the core fans have the nostalgia because of Destiny 1. And Halo. Because Bungie made Halo. I mean, Halo is amazing. Transjenga, I saw your shirt. It's pretty good. It's pretty good graphic. It sucks because I watched the trailer for Marathon and I'm like, it could be fun. Like I find, but it's the gunplay. I know the gunplay that they're capable of. So I'm like, it's probably going to be a fun game. But then I think about what it is, that it's an extraction shooter, and I just, there's going to be the sweat lords, and then it's going to feel like you have no choice but to just become a sweat lord yourself. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that kind of a game. I'm not. If you play Escape from Tarkov, you got to become a sweat lord. Am I right? I may be wrong, but I think I'm correct here. It's only going to be sweaty. Of course. You can't go in and play a chill game of Marathon. No. Chet Chisholm for 2 says all the Tarkov streamers told them to put proximity chat in. Some of the most memorable things that happen in Tarkov are interactions with other teams and players. Just watch Pessily or Burnt Peanut. Proximity chat, playing an extraction shooter without proximity chat is it's just a freaking another nail in the coffin from this game. Like, what were they thinking? I never played D1, but I feel like D2 is decent. D1 was better than D2. 100%. Definitely. Destiny 1 was awesome. Yeah. But we'll see. I might be wrong. Maybe this will be a big hit and it'll be a major success story for Bungie, and they can pump more money into, adding to the game. I don't know. There's going to be 3 maps at the start. So we're all pre-ordering Marathon? No, I won't be playing it. I will be watching on the sidelines. And I don't even if it does well, I don't think I'll play it. None of the people that I play games with play these kind of games anyway. And if I'm going to play a game, it's going to be a game like Sea of Thieves, I play with Call, or Elden Ring, I'll play with my buddy Shinra. I like to play with my friends, especially now that I live in the middle of nowhere in the forest. If it's not a game that I can play with my friends, then don't really want to play it. games at all. That's just kind of where I'm at right now in life. So I don't know. I wish Bungie the best, and I don't want it to fail, but I don't know. Doesn't look like it's going to be a big hit as far as I'm concerned.